This is Daily Flash with Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Broadcasting worldwide and streaming. Daily Flash. Today's talk, tomorrow's trends.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English. Welcome to Daily Flash. Today's talk, tomorrow's trends. You have joined the party, so now it is officially started. We're so glad to have you here. Yesterday, we were talking about the toilet that's built into the car, and so we were chuckling about that.
I don't get it.
Thankfully, we're not talking about that now, and some inventions just need to go away.
They do, yeah. I don't know. I still don't understand why you need a voice-activated toilet.
Voice-activated.
On the passenger side. I get it if it's on the driver's side, but on the passenger side, you should be. It's such a weird avenue to go down. Have you guys seen this whole story about Bill Belichick attending his girlfriend's cheerleading competition?
No.
Well, he has to support her. She supported him.
Oh my God!
That's when you date him so young.
Yeah.
Bill, I guess he has put up with college and professional football players.
Oh my
and so
gosh.
he knows. So, why you would want to put yourself through millennial 25, however she is? God bless him. If that's what he wants to do. Why do you want to go to the cheerleading camp? I don't know at all.
I don't know.
Because it seems like cheerleaders were kind of an annoyance to a coach or a football player, like they're on the field, but they're like, hey, we're trying to play a game here. That's the only reason I would.
Yeah, I don't quite understand. Like, to each his own, right?
Yeah,
but
that's it.
He to me, it's almost like that's his daughter. I just can't get that out of my mind. Like, he's showing, and this is a grown woman who's attending a cheerleading competition. It's not like she's 18.
I didn't even put that way together.
She's closer
You're right.
to 30. It's like, I mean, no, nothing against doing a hobby that you love, but at some point, do you still do the cheerleading competition?
I wonder if she's training though. Like, if she's helping
Training
coaching, coaching some of the kids that are in the competition. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wondering if that's happening too.
The average age of an NFL cheerleader is about 25 years old.
Okay, all right.
You think you went through college already, and that's
Yeah.
pretty old. You've done that. But that doesn't mean that they don't have older cheerleaders, James. I'm not saying 25 too old.
Yeah.
But usually about 30 is when they cap out.
Yeah, well, and that's okay. I mean, everybody does their own kind of
Right,
exercise.
right.
I don't want to take anything away from it, but I just feel like at some point, as a grown woman, you transition out of being in the cheerleading competition to training girls to go to the cheerleading competition. I think that's what I'm trying to say.
Gotcha.
And then she posts on her Instagram page, she refers to Bill Belichick as a wag. And in the sports world, wags are wives and girlfriends. So she's
I'm
calling
sure
him
he loves that.
a wag.
I am certain Bill Belichick loves being called a wag.
I don't get
That's
it.
the crap you have to put up with when
Yeah.
you date.
When you date a 25-year-old.
Sometimes you gotta know your limits, and she's young. But guess what, Coach? We'll take a scholarship.
Yeah, I
Get an
know.
outside linebacker. Got you one.
Anyway, so he's getting a lot of attention for what
God
he's
bless you,
wearing.
Bill.
God bless you, Bill
More of a
Belichick.
man
We
than
love
I
you.
am.
Was that May, December?
A May-December romance. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you could call it January
Completely
to
different
next
years,
year.
too. All right, James, folks want to get a hold of us. How do they do it? What are they talking about today?
All right, so you go to dailyflashshow.com if you want to get a hold of us. You can click on where to watch and can also sound off on the question of the day.
Which is?
If you could instantly fix one bad habit, what would it be?
I got
If
it.
you could instantly fix one bad habit,
I got it, and I say it to myself all the time. When you start cussing, and I'll go, man, I'm nobody. I say it when no one's around,
Yeah,
and I'm
of
like,
course
I
you
gotta stop. And I tell you that because when I cannot, last weekend I hung out with my kids, went camping, and they range from 25 to 33 years old. They're adults.
Right.
And I still don't like hearing my kids cuss.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Yeah.
it is
It's a
about
respect thing.
It
I
is,
think it
yes.
is. But now they feel like they're common around it. They know that I don't like it, and they'll stop themselves. But I need to do it, so that's my bad habit.
How about you, James?
For me, it's repeating myself because I do it with my kids. Did you clean up your room? Did you clean up your room? Did you clean up your room? Hey, why did you walk past that and you didn't pick it up? Would you please pick it up? I don't know. I didn't do it. James did it. I'm like, just pick it up. So my bad habit is I need to say it once, make sure it's done.
It's hard though, I think, as a parent, you got to say it a few times.
It kills me. It gets on my nerves, and I start getting angry. Like, Jesus, I just told you 5 times just to do this one thing. You just walk past.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I got
I'll
it.
do it, okay?
Do it live.
Do it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my
And then they
bad.
don't do it. And then
Nope.
you're like, you
And
told
it's
me you
like,
were going to do it. There's
Yeah.
going to be consequences about that.
Yeah, I agree. I think the repeating. Sometimes I'll find myself telling a story and then I repeat it, and I'm like, okay, you got to stop doing that. Just like little bits and pieces. But I
It's
feel-
fun. It's something.
Yeah.
The stories that come in. It's obviously you learn something from it, or you know what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I heard this story, and it's interesting how yada
Yeah.
yada, and so you want to spread that. So I can
Yeah.
understand that.
Sometimes I catch myself saying, "Stop me if I've told you this before." Well, we've got this story that's kind of interesting. Gen Z is handling their stress and anxiety with a panic pouch. Think of it as a mental health first aid kit. It's supposed to be small and easy to carry. It should fit inside your bag or backpack. 20% of adults suffer from anxiety. 60% of Gen Z say they are totally stressed out, which is interesting. So what's in the panic pouch,
Yeah, I wanna know.
you ask?
Okay, yeah.
Here's the list: sour gum or candy, favorite photos or pictures, fidget toys, earplugs, and a calming scent like a lavender or a rosemary.
I find this interesting because this is what old people have in their purses. This is what they carry around.
Yes, Werther's.
Werther's
Right,
candy.
right.
You always have pictures of your grandkids.
Grandkids.
Fidget toys, I can understand. I can appreciate a kid wanting, I fidget all the time. The earplugs, hey, you want to calm down? These are things to do. And then the scent seems to make sense, right? To have,
Yeah.
just a nice
But
aromatic
Panic.
smell.
The panic.
You said feet smell?
No.
Aromatic.
Aromatic, no.
Aromatic.
I thought you said feet smell. I'm like, uh-oh.
No, I didn't say. Where do you get that from?
Some people might find pleasure in
Hey, if they
what
do,
smells. That's a whole different show, folks.
you know what I'm saying, right?
That's an
I'm
OnlyFans
surprised
page.
that's what is relaxing them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because, we grew up where now CBD and THC is available.
Yeah.
That's what they're putting in that pouch. And it's legal in a lot of areas.
Yeah.
If you have a doctor's note, now you can. But it's neat to see that they're doing that and they're following what, like I alluded to, older
Right.
people do. And,
Yeah.
and maybe we're on to something.
Yeah.
Is what we're
Some
talking-
people like the. I look at this and I think of the bubble wrap. It's like that calms people down, like popping the bubble.
We had a staffer that loved to pop the bubble
bubble
wrap.
wrap.
Yeah,
Yes.
All the time, like we would get
Yeah.
stuff from different companies, and they would grab the bubble wrap and just sit there and like, man, would you please stop? Clack, 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 clack.
What would be in your panic pouch? I would have to have, honestly, I'd have to have a battery for my cell phone because then I'd feel calm that, okay, I'm all right. I don't have to worry about it.
Really?
That'd be one thing. What would you have in yours?
A gun.
That would calm down a lot of people.
You know what? I'm panicking is because I'm being threatened. That's
you're
it.
open
Other
concealed.
than that, I don't have a problem with
You
know,
wouldn't
I'm
want
just-
you wouldn't
No,
want any
no,
kind of
everything,
fragrance to smell like feet
No,
at
no,
all?
no.
Fragrance.
Six Sour or Smith and Wesson.
Okay, there's one.
That's my panic pouch.
A 5-hour energy I would have in mine as well.
you
Just-
would?
just to keep me energy. But if this
Yeah.
is like, because I'm afraid you know what? I have a theme. I'm afraid I'm going to run out of energy because I'm going to run out of time. I need it by 5 hours.
So you got
I just
power?
I
That'll
just
be
had
your panic pouch.
self-discovery here, folks.
Oh wow, really? You go. I can't imagine you ever running out of energy.
I do a lot of
Yeah.
times, and I feel like, oh man, I'm not doing something. Something's not right. When I was in high school, I used to go through the girls' purses all the time.
Yeah.
The stuff y'all would have in there.
Oh, I know,
Really?
yeah.
They smoke these white cigars.
That's-
I don't know what.
Not cigars.
They would never let me
No,
light it up.
Not cigars.
What
No.
would you have in yours today?
I know this sounds dumb. I would have my earbuds.
Okay.
I definitely would have those. A
Okay.
charger, a phone charger, and lip gloss.
Lip gloss?
Lip
Why is that
I
important?
always
Just to
like the lip
kind of
gloss.
feel better?
Yeah,
Okay.
just to feel better.
Would that
yeah.
you consider that you're kind of like your fidget thing? To
Yeah,
kinda
maybe.
Keep your hands moving and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
that's possible. And like a little hand lotion.
Yeah, yeah.
These are all personal things. I mean, I'm not thinking like in the mode of a crisis, probably want to have a little something like a almond bar or something to have in case you.
Oh,
find
Cliff bars
yourself-
are great.
Cliff bars,
I have
yeah.
them in my back. I just got a new
Box.
backpack, but you all know my orange one?
Yeah.
That literally
Yeah, yeah.
can put in the state of Wisconsin.
Yes.
I have so much stuff in that thing.
Yeah.
But I have a compartment that is my food. So I have like
really?
granola bar, a
Oh,
Cliff bar, and maybe nuts, things that will last a
Yeah.
long time.
So your panic pouch is a big book bag.
Feedback.
Good
It's a
feedback.
feedback like you would give a horse. What's inside of your panic pouch? Good idea?
Yes.
Let us know. Now I got to get one of those man purses to carry things around. We want to know what you think. Flash at dailyflashshow.com.
All right, before we head to break, here is our brain flash question of the day. What part of the human eye controls how much light enters? We'll have that answer coming up next. Today's trends, tomorrow's talk.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Daily Flash. Mitch English here. We asked a question before we went to break, our brain flash question, which is, what part of the brain controls balance and coordination? All right, well, believe it or not, the answer is the cerebellum. There you go. Interesting stuff there. Hey everybody, welcome back to Daily Flash. Mitch English here. Here we are. We're moving our way through 2026, and right about now is about the time where everybody's New Year's resolution kind of fizzles out. So our next guest, our friend Florence and Romano, joins us now with a better approach to New Year's resolutions that actually can create lasting change. Hi Florence Ann, welcome back to Daily Flash.
Thank you. Happy New Year, my friend. Here we go.
Here we go. Well, we're at this time of year. Same story, right? It's a brand new year, and we have all these great intentions. We want to improve ourselves. They just never seem to last. It sounds like there's a little bit we have to be kind of honest to ourselves, and you've got some tips for us that's going to actually be able to do that. Let's start out with your first one. Don't feel like you have to fix yourself. That's really hard for me because I want to be a better person, but you're saying we don't have to?
Well, of course, fixing yourself can be redefined. You can say you want to have specific modifications that are going to be made, but
Okay.
we don't flip a switch on January 1st and become an entirely different person. We have to lean into the fact that this is a whole year that we have to do some improvement. And what really happens during these New Year's resolutions is we attach that with shame. Oftentimes we're thinking about what we did wrong in the
Yeah.
past year instead of what we did right, and it feels like punishment.
That makes a lot of sense. And I think because for some reason, why we think the first of the year we have to do that. And it seems like when we have that mentality, we do too much. Let's say I want to eat less sweets. Well, all the way up to January 1st, I'm going to probably eat more because I think, well, I'm going to cut myself off January 1st, so I'm not going to have any more. And it's probably worse than I would have not even had the goal. You say ditch the whole all or nothing thinking. Is that a little bit what I'm talking about there as well?
Yeah. Remember, everything is moderation. I don't think anyone does that anymore in life in any sort
Right.
of way whatsoever. But it's a sabotaging process for you. This idea of I'm going to lose those 10 pounds. You're going to cut out those sweets, like you said. Hitting goals without exploring kind of the emotional truth behind these things, it's not going to work. That's why you really don't keep your New Year's resolutions. And I hate the word resolutions. I have to be honest with you. I like a New Year's realization or a New Year's reflection, because resolution just gives kind of that negative spin already from the jump. And so we're talking about alignment here and knowing thyself. That's the first thing you need to do before you actually look at the year you had and want to make those modifications or adjustments.
Okay, yeah, and you mentioned that, so I don't want to take too far of a sidebar here with that, but are we talking about like stopping doing a mental inventory of like, okay, what do I need to look for? Is like, I'm just not happy. Do I need to kind of figure out what's making me unhappy and then work towards it? Is that what you say by looking, for those things?
Well, we want to look for real change, and that requires context. And you want to be able to understand, of course, the year that you just lived, but you want to be able to say, what were my pain points? What were my victories? Can I make choices from wisdom and not pressure? So again, we go straight to appearances. We go straight to losing that weight or joining that gym.
Okay.
But we skip the inner work.
All right, which is important. You say do that inner work, making sure that we do it, and that is obviously what's going to keep us going. It's kind of like the engine under the hood, right?
Right. Exactly. Everyone needs an oil change once in a while, and that's what this is. And it's funny. Sometimes it takes more than a year to have things accomplished in your life that are certain goals for yourself. And I always talk about the 5 things that you want in terms of reflection as we talk about these New Year's resolutions. And it's really to promote self-awareness. And that's what you're really working on. It's not that you're going to walk walk into this year and say, I'm going to be an entirely different person. It's looking at yourself, knowing that you're enough, but knowing that we're works in progress. I'm becoming who I'm becoming is a famous philosophical saying. And I like that when it comes to the new year, because it kind of sets you up already for that change, but also feeling manageable.
And we're talking about context too. Real change requires that context. And what manner do you mean of that?
Well, the context is really the 5 questions I want you to think about when it comes to exploring what this reflection is. And they're grounding questions for you. And they're going to experience, again, those patterns and those pains. So the 5 things I want you to do, I want you to think about what worked this year, what drained you, what supported you, or who supported you. What are you still learning, and what do you want to carry forward with you?
I want to make sure I get to the last one, because you say reflect before you resolve.
Yes. And you know what? It's so funny, because in order for you to do any of these things, you're going to have to think about those questions, of course, regarding 2025. But one of the most important things I think about this list is thinking about who supported you and who showed up in 2025.
Yeah.
Because you make these big promises to yourself, but what something you can do that is so profound is you can think about who showed up for you, and you can go thank them this year. And if that's the one thing you do, then that's all you can say. Check 2026 off the list.
More information is found in Florence Ann's book. It's called Build Your Village. Go to florenceann.com.
From the archives of history, Daily Flash presents Old School Flashback.
Like all too many of his contemporaries, Tom is experimenting with something he knows little about which too little is known by anyone. Marijuana. It's a scene which must have times in countless ways, all equally heartbreaking. The father-son confrontation.
Mom smokes like a chimney. And you have a drink every day and smoke too.
It's not the same.
Why not? It's easy for you to stand there with a cigarette in one hand and a drink in another and tell us not to blow pot.
Is Tim. Tim is all about time, and if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites, and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. Have you heard the rumors about Netflix After Dark? Well, someone posted about a new addition to the streamer involving NSFW content.
Oh, not safe for work.
Yes. Netflix Junkie has yet to confirm the rumors, and most readers say it's a viral hoax. Netflix did just unveil their new programming for 2026. There will be 3 new TV shows from the Duffer Brothers, the creators of Stranger Things, making a return for a new season. Bridgerton, another season of Love is Blind, The Hunting Wives, Outer Banks, The Four Seasons, Emily in Paris, and Running Point.
All right, so all of those we can count on, but not all of those. See, the Four Seasons, you know how you come up with names for those kinds of movies? Yeah, I'm trying to think of some, but my creativity is not quite there yet. Emily in Paris, kind of like Debbie in Dallas.
I thought Emily in Paris, yeah, right. I thought Emily in Paris was finished after this last season that came on, but I guess they're going for one more season.
Story-wise, is that what you mean?
Story-wise, yeah.
I know my wife watched it. I haven't really caught into it, but I know it's very popular, by all means.
Bridgerton is huge. I just wondered about the whole Netflix After Dark, although it sounds catchy. I don't think it's ever going to happen.
Why is what I want to know. Why would you want to tarnish your brand first off that way? When the internet, people are going to go get there anyway. But if they're like, well, we want market share, but it's not going to happen. I have heard though they are moving towards getting podcasts, video podcasts on there as well. Okay. Where you can just dial up somebody's, much like any other like iHeart and that sort of thing. But this is all video based, where you can be able to find it, kind of like YouTube going up against them as well. So think about that. Well, they are painting the town pink in one English town, according to, during a recent snowstorm. Residents in the West Midlands witnessed a sky glowing with just a pinkish hue in it. Check this out. The unexpected swirl of color turned out to be LED lights by a local football club.
Wow.
Soccer is what we call it over here. They were installed to help grow grass in their stadiums. Some thought that they were the northern lights. Others were not so amused. One resident called it light pollution. But come on. I mean, if you know where it's coming from, if it makes the world look nicer, that sort of thing, it's to me, I would love to look at stuff like that.
I think that's gorgeous.
Why would you want to go against it? But there's always that one person, I can't believe they're polluting the sky with all this light. But it looks nice.
Registered dietitian and wellness expert Maridan Zerner joins us from Smoothie King headquarters with tips for building healthy habits throughout the year. Hi, Maridan. What should people know and what should people start if they really want a real lasting change this year?
Well, the first thing I would want people to consider is that they're unique, that there really is no one-size-fits-all approach to nutrition. We want to think about sustainable habits that start when we can honor our individuality. We've got different goals, we've got different lifestyles, different schedules, different taste preferences. That is where a customizable option is really supportive. And Smoothie King knows this. They have spent 50 years on a vision to make the world a better place by nourishing healthy habits, and that's so important. They do this by offering up these delicious smoothies. They are delicious and nutritious without added sugars. They have no artificial flavors, no artificial colors, no preservatives. And of course that matters. And I really like their approach. It's very different. They develop their smoothies starting with an in-house nutrition expert. They create the recipe, then they test the recipe hundreds of times to make sure it's a lovely balance of nutrients and flavor.
All right, everybody's talking about protein these days. Why is it so important, especially the first thing in the day?
Well, we know we need protein to build and repair muscle. That's important. We need it to sustain and stabilize energy. It's actually helpful for managing appetite. So to start your day with a protein-rich option can be really helpful. You can start that with like an avocado toast, or you can do that certainly easily with a smoothie. Some companies are just kind of joining the conversation around protein, but Smoothie King's been doing that for 50 years with their protein-forward menu options. They've got a 100-gram protein pack. They've got a Power Meal Slim category just to make it that much easier. I think we know we want to get in more quality protein, but sometimes it feels hard. Smoothie King makes it easy, and that's just a great way to stay energized throughout the day.
I love this. Great advice. Where can folks go if they want to get started or maybe even just learn more?
Oh, you absolutely should go into your local Smoothie King, or you can download their app where they make it really easy to tailor and choose the smoothie that fits your lifestyle. And just in time for Valentine's Day, they've got kind of a special promotion. They're dialing up the smooth, partnering with TV celebrity Tyler Cameron, and he is going to be sharing a berry smooth smoothie that you've got to try. It's limited time, but it's in Smoothie Kings nationwide today.
Fantastic. Thanks so much. We'll put more information and this interview on our website at dailyflashshow.com/FMI.
This is Daily Flash with Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Broadcasting worldwide and streaming. Daily Flash. Today's talk, tomorrow's trends.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash. Today's trends, tomorrow's talk. Before we do anything, let's check in with James Alexander.
Yay.
Stations across the nation, James.
Yes, those 219 stations across the country, the Armed Forces Network across the globe. And you can go to our website, dailyflashshow.com, and click on where to watch to find out where we are in your neck of the woods. And today, our local friend comes from Charlotte, Amelie, U.S. Virgin Islands.
Hey, all right.
WVGN TV. We're going down to the Virgin Islands and celebrate, disappear, and come back. I got to change my whole accent. And in the Virgin Islands, I'm known as Santiago.
Santiago.
Really?
Santiago.
Santiago.
From the Virgin Islands.
Why Santiago?
Interesting.
We'll figure that out later. It's beautiful. You guys been to USC?
No, but I'd
Yes.
like to go.
You would love it, Jackson.
Yes,
It's beautiful, beautiful.
I've been down there. So it's one of the busiest ports, cruise
Oh, I believe
ports.
it. Yeah.
All right. Another thing I learned is named after a Danish queen.
Ooh, okay.
And
What was her name, by the way? Was it Charlotte
Charlotte
Amalie?
Amalie, I think.
I think you're right.
and it's home to Blackbeard's Castle.
Oh, I didn't know that. I
Can
didn't
you
see
call
that.
him Blackbeard these days?
Yeah, you can. Hey,
sure?
that's the only name he went by
Okay.
before he got hung. I think it was hung. He was hung.
It's a gorgeous place where there's mountain. It's a mountainous too. And
Is it really?
they have like one of those trolleys, not trolleys,
Verniculars.
that go up to the top. It's like a little cabin that go like you would go.
Oh,
on.
like
It's like a ski lodge. would
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
And you'd be able to check out. But going
Chairlift
down is
kind of thing.
beautiful. Just looking at it from
Tram.
Tram, thank you. And heading all the way down, it's unbelievable. And what's even cooler about that, there's so much islands surrounding it. They're private islands, like really rich
Yeah,
people own it.
it's pretty nice. And it's just one boat ride. You can be in Britain.
And
It's a British version. British version.
Kelsey Grammer, I think, is from there. I don't know why I know that. Yeah, Google that.
Let me look.
I'm
Okay,
not
okay,
100%
I'm on
sure,
it.
but I think Kelsey Grammer is from, I think, U.S. Virgin Islands.
Interesting.
Check that out. Find that out, James.
All right, I'm on it.
And is that what he says? Am I right or wrong on that?
Here we go. It's Chat GPT. We're working on it. Tim Duncan, Kelsey Grammer,
So he is from it. Okay, cool. Right.
Pressure Busippi. I don't know who that is. Rock City. You ever heard of them?
Nope.
Melvin
I see the
Evans.
billboards for Rock City all the
Yeah.
time
Okay.
up in Tennessee.
They're Grammy-winning songwriters, producers from St. Thomas. They work with Rihanna and Beyonce.
Oh, okay.
Really cool stuff.
Thank you, James.
Jumping into some trending news stories that are happening around the world. Here's the thing. We get onto the younger generation for not working, and then you hear a story about this.
Oh, yeah.
A man has gone viral after saying that he's not going to look for a job and that his parents should support him. The 21-year-old recently came pretty much a hot topic after claiming he was born without consent, so his parents are responsible for him. The statement, short and direct, was enough to trigger an avalanche of reactions to understand what lies behind this type of thinking. Some think that he's lazy and irresponsible, while others see it as a shortcut to discuss the gap between expectations and the reality. And we can't take the responsibility off the parents at all for him believing this. I would tell you this, keep this up, Keegan. I would say, first off, all right, you're taking that thing out of your nose if you're going to live
I'm
in my
going to say the
house.
septum ring is the red flag. As soon as
Red
I
flag.
saw it, I was like, it's
All right,
entitled.
those glasses that you have on, you know what? You can see, but you don't necessarily have that green shirt that you're wearing right now. I am only, as a parent, I need to clothe you and feed you and house you. Doesn't say I have to give you the nicest clothes. Doesn't say anything I have to pay for your septum. Is that what they call them?
Yeah, the septum ring, yeah.
Doesn't say. And I think the parents should somehow. He's come to this understanding. And I'm sure the world has added to that. I'm hogging up the time, but what do y'all think?
No, he's seriously entitled. I mean, all you have to do, look at the nose ring, the crazy eye, and the crazy close-up shots, and the anger. This guy's completely off his rocker. And I'm sorry, I'm going to say that. That's my opinion. He looks like he's completely out of his mind.
Yeah.
So what the parents should say is, you're right. You should move out.
Don't even give him that. 2 words, parents. Get out.
Get out.
Get out. Get out. Get out.
If you want to act like a ghost, you're a ghost.
Be
Get
one.
out.
Be one.
Yeah.
Get out.
Bye-bye.
Get out.
More Flash coming up. We got the scene with Doreen coming up as well. Stick around. We love having you here on Daily Flash.
It's The Scene with Doreen.
Today on The Scene with Doreen, I sit down with a bona fide musical legend, folk singer-songwriter Judy Collins. For over 6 decades, she has created music that has inspired the world and touched hearts. She's heading out on her farewell tour this summer, and I can't wait to dig in. Check it out. It's amazing because your voice, it just pierces through the soul.
You know, I got so lucky. I'm writing a book about my life called The Voice, and the subtitle is Singing Through the Storm, because underneath all of the singing comes the body and its frailties and the voice and what can happen with the voice. So I wanted to tell everybody that story because oh my God, to have this privilege of being able to sing, you know, la, 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 every day for I'm now 85, 86. I always say, you know, I'm the Betty White of the folk revival.
Isn't it bliss? Don't you approve? One who keeps tearing around, one who can't move.
Unbelievable, but we just celebrated the 50th anniversary of arguably your greatest hit, Send in the Clowns. What made you gravitate towards there were all these songs, you were recording all these incredible songs out there. What was it about that song?
I was sitting here in my apartment where I've been for 53 years, and the phone rang. My friend Nancy Bacall called me and she said, I'm sending you an album and I want you to listen to this particular track and then you'll call me. So I got the album, which was Little Night Music. It was 1973. And the musical had just come out in the spring, I think. And I put the needle down and I played it. I didn't call Nancy, I called Hal Prince. And he answered my phone call and he said, oh yeah, I know you. You're the Both Sides Now girl. and I said, look, you know, this is a very important song. And he said, yes, I know. 200 people have already recorded it. And I said, well, I don't care. I have recorded songs that were 100 years old, so I don't care how old it is or who recorded it. I knew it was for me. If it reaches the heart, it's going to go far.
And you're getting ready to head out on your farewell Sweet Judy Blue Eyes tour. Why is that name so personal to you?
It's because I fell in love with Stephen Stills when we were working on an album called Who Knows Where the Time Goes. We stayed together long enough for him to write a song about me, and he wrote Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. And I didn't know that he was writing it, and it was my birthday, and he came to my hotel. He brought me flowers, and he brought me a wonderful guitar. And then he said, I wrote a song for us. And he sang me Sweet Judy Blue Eyes, and we have many stories. I know that I'm going on forever, so a farewell tour can be one thing or it can be another thing, but like the relationship with Stephen, it'll go on forever.
Visit judycollins.com. Check out her upcoming tour dates for her farewell tour, Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. Listen to her music and just stay connected to the incomparable Judy Collins.
Doreen, I've loved every minute of this.
And if you want to hear more of our wonderful conversation, visit here. I'm Doreen Taylor with The Scene with Doreen here at the Daily Flash each week. See you next time.
Hey, if you watch the Puppy Bowl, chances are you got a four-legged friend that's kind of more than a pet, maybe like a family member. Well, now, believe it or not, when folks are traveling, they want to bring that new family member along with them. So, travel expert Sarah Dandashi joins us with some tips and tricks for planning your next trip. Hi there, Sarah. Tell us first, how is Marriott actually getting in on all the excitement of Puppy Bowl?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the Puppy Bowl is the cutest reminder of a very real trend. Pets are officially travel companions now, and that's why Marriott Bonvoy is proud to be the exclusive hospitality partner of Puppy Bowl 22. It's a fun way to celebrate how many people are planning trips with their pets and not necessarily just around them. So if you're looking for two great pet-friendly options, here are two with completely different travel vibes. So first off, you've got the Aloft Boston Seaport District. Now this is perfect for a city getaway where you still want to feel fun and modern. And the Seaport, by the way, if you haven't been there, it's a great area to explore. And Aloft has this really fun, upbeat, easygoing feel, ideal for a quick weekend trip, especially where your pup can come along for the adventure. Now, the second one, the Residence Inn Seattle downtown Lake Union. I've actually stayed here before. It's really great. If you want to stay that really feels more like a home base, Residence Inn is fantastic, especially if you're staying for a few nights and really want a little bit more space and comfort. The Lake Union area, really fun. It's the kind of setup that makes traveling with a pet smoother because you can actually keep a routine. So quick little tips if you're traveling with your pet to make it really easy. Check the pet policy and fees before you book. Bring something familiar like a toy or blanket and do a walk around as soon as you check in. So that's some simple tips to keep it easy.
And you know, when you bring a pet along with you, it feels like home. Very cool. Where can folks go if they want to find out more info?
Absolutely. For more pet-friendly hotels, you can visit Marriott.com.
Fantastic. We'll have a link on our website as well as this interview at dailyflashshow.com/FMI.
And now, important information that can save lives. Here's more.
The American Heart Association and professional sports leagues are looking to turn bystanders into lifesavers.
You know, knowing CPR and knowing how to use it is like having a superpower. We're pushing the mission for everyone to learn CPR. If you know CPR and know how to use it, then you're equivalent to a superhero.
We need people to learn how to do CPR because you never know when you might need to save a life.
Join the nation of lifesavers. Visit heart.org/nation.
The New York Toy Fair kicks off this week, turning the city into a giant playground. Elizabeth Werner has a sneak peek of exciting Toy Fair reveals. Okay, Elizabeth, what's new in the world of dinosaurs this year?
Let's jump right in with Primal Hatch by Spin Master. Now our kids will experience the hatching of a never-before-seen hybrid dino, part animal. They're going to use the included scanner to decode the hybrid that might be inside that egg, fill a syringe with water, mix up some DNA, and inject that directly into the egg. Then they get to watch it crack and hatch and ooey and gooey, and out will pop a dinosaur. There are 10 of them for our kids to collect. Now, when it comes to storytelling, Scribble, Scrubby, Color Blast, Marker, Airbrush. Crayola is reimagining this brand to make it a story-fueled experience, igniting creativity and imagination because little scribbles make big stories. Arlo the elephant here is a toy sprayer that turns markers into a magical airbrush tool. They're going to be able to decorate the little Scribble Scrubby that comes with and any of the other ones that they are collecting. Now, when it comes to actually entertaining our kids screen-free, how about our Tonys? Well, the newest to the family are Cuddle Tonys. We place the Cuddle Tony right on top, and it unlocks songs and stories. Our kids close their eyes. They visualize what they're hearing, really using their imagination. We've got all of our favorite Disney items. We've got Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Winnie the Pooh, Stitch, you name it. We've got it. Now, this turns story time into cuddle time, and they're going to be able to take their Cuddle Tonys everywhere they go. So it's nurturing and entertainment. Now, when it comes to exercising, let's get those kids up and active. Sunny Days Entertainment brings us the Fisher-Price Grow to Pro 2-in-1 T-ball set. Now, this is an adjustable T-ball design that actually grows with our kids, starting off at 18 months and taking them to 5 years. They're going to start off using a knocking plate or a target. That helps with that eye-hand coordination. Then, as their skills improve, we're going to move that target away. They'll use the regular tee with the ball. Eventually, we're going to be pitching to them. Now, this comes with 3 balls and the bat. It all stores directly on the base, can be used indoors or outdoors. They'll be working on motor skills, coordination, and of course, getting some great confidence. Now, in April, they'll be coming out with the Go to Pro basketball set as well, which will grow with the children starting at 18 months through 5 years. Now, for more information on all of these great items, you can head to our website, which is WernerInfo.com.
Moving right along, Charles Schwab has introduced National Investing Day, and it's an initiative to help people invest and stay invested. Lisa Hunt with Charles Schwab. She joins us now. Lisa, first off, why did Charles Schwab launch National Investor Day, and what are the goals of this initiative?
Well, at Schwab, we believe that getting invested and staying invested is one of the single best things you can do to improve your future and invest in yourself. So we created National Investing Day to really recognize that and to give everyone an opportunity to either get started, to check in if you're already investing, or if you're very experienced, maybe help somebody else get invested.
Hey, give us some tips for those who may be interested in investing but really don't know where to start.
Absolutely. It's very easy to get started. There is plenty of information available today with technology. I know at Schwab we have a lot of educational content that is free and very accessible and easy to take advantage of. So going to our website, for instance, schwab.com, is a great way to begin to get educated so you can build that level of confidence to really empower yourself to get invested.
Are people starting to invest at an earlier age?
You know, one of the interesting trends that we are seeing at Schwab is that people are getting started at a younger age. In fact, 1/3 of all of our new accounts are coming from Gen Z, so people less than 30. We believe, though, getting started young is really important. And to help that, we just launched teen accounts for investors ages 13 to 17 to help them get started at a very early age and to get that education.
This is cool stuff. Where can folks go if they want more info?
Schwab.com, schwab.com.
All right, Lisa, thanks for joining us. We'll post this information on our website, dailyflashshow.com/FMI.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time, and if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye. From the biggest pop culture moments to the stories you'll be sending to the group chat, El Flash Latino brings the energy, the attitude, and the savor every single time.
Saludos a todos, yo soy Gisela Bouvier.
Y yo soy Fabián Marcano y le damos la bienvenida a El Flash Latino.
With Fabian and Gisela serving up laughs, hot takes, and pure personality, you never know what they'll say next in whichever language comes out first.
Pero we're in Spanish. Yo soy Isis. There, from
Jump into the show that celebrates culture, comedy, and all things Spanglish. El Flash Latino.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. We got something good we want to share with you.
Yeah, in this week's Tell Me Something Good, we are giving props to a fire department in Maine that went above and beyond to rescue a dog trapped in an icy pond. According to the dog owners, their golden retriever ran out onto a frozen pond and broke through the ice. The owners called 911, hoped that firefighters could arrive in time. Emergency teams slipped into their orange waterproof jumpsuits and went into action.
Man, they do this because they love the dogs. One rescuer gently slid across the ice, paddled out to meet the dog. To his credit, the dog did a great job keeping his head above water. Phone camera footage revealed that the dog was ready to get to dry land when the rescuer reached him in the middle point of the pond. The firemen secured rescue gear around the dog's neck, gave the signal to pull him in, and guess what? They did so with a rope attached. Thankfully, both made it back to shore. No signs of hypothermia, but it shows you what our first responders will do, and then what we'll do for pets and for dogs. How much we love our pets. So this is great to see. It doesn't matter who you are. They are a lifesaver instead of a firefighter. If you think about it, they'll do just about anything to save lives.
Their job does require some unique experiences throughout the day, not just fighting fires, but obviously going into an icy pond like that and rescuing the dog. I like when he gives the crew on dry land the signal, like, okay, I've got him. Go. It's good. Bring him back in and pull us in. So he's got him attached to a rope. I am really shocked that the dog did not have hypothermia.
Which is, it looked like it was relatively calm. Obviously, probably a trained dog, but yeah, a lot of times they exert all that energy trying to get out. That's bad for them, and that same goes for humans as well. Thank you, firefighters, for all you do, and all your first responders out there. We thank you. We thank you at home for watching and tuning in and spending time with us.
Yeah, for more information on any of today's stories, you want to watch this incredible rescue video once again, you can head to our website, dailyflashshow.com.
All right, we love having you around. All our social media sites waiting for you. Stick around. We'll be back tomorrow, we promise.
We will.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye, y'all.